red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky, from the valley to the ride, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 at the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine. Chat keeps yapping about my life like it knows my every move, but it never stacked up birch pile high or pulled a stuck rig loose. Long field flat and frozen, breath hangs wide in the air. I got belly under blankets and diesel in my prayer. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Red Massey hums at sunrise, tracks through slush and clay. Spruce line holds the hillside where the saw sings half the day. Skis lean by the back door, waiting on a clear blue spell. I read the clouds like scripture, more than any manual. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Frost, flood, hail, thaw, I just dance to what I'm dealt. Oh yeah, you can tell me what I should do, but this land decides itself. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, out on this finished cross. Yeah, yeah, the weather is the boss. Great dawn bread, coffee in a jar, frost on the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still stops on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky, from the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165.
Good morning. Kanske ett lite fuelia först, om du tar bort det där fuelia i det där gräsklippan, sen kan man ta det där mower. Ja, det där fuelen nu i gräsklippan, sen kan, om du tar det ut. Det om man tar loss. Nej, tar den jo. Gonna move the big mower or put that away, and then we're gonna unfortunately use the smaller mower to mow the lawns. Sadly can't use the big mower for that. It doesn't really fit. Gotta use this small mower. Luckily we don't need this. We don't need to do the big fields with this one. At least. Specialtur.
Det kom, jag fick nog 3 bara en kvar till borsan så det blev 2 ulti bara.
Ja, det var något som jumitte lite.
Det är de här som där med.
Jaha, nu är det bra att det är 2. Det behövs någonting hålla i det här när jag fyller den här med fuel. Jag måste keep från det där annat, den här är tom. De var 10 liter, men vet du att fylla den här, det är lättare med 2 igen. Annars får det hälften huti. Så man måste ställa den här alltid rent så vet man att det är ren bensin.
Blandas så fort. Så kom motorsågarna som blir utan olja.
Jo, det blir lite. Inte det bästa.
Har de gjort burkar.
Där, sen tratten och sen det där andra burken. Så går det bra att kippa in. Jag tycker att hiva nog hiva ännu 10, sen kan man köra. Nu är de båda fulla, ja. Nu är det bra, här finns resligt nu. Någon har fyllt på det här annat till och med. Då förra gången jag så var det bara ena full, nu var här båda fulla. Så nu finns det.
Köpte det inte?
Nå tydligt, ja, för det var inte så länge sedan jag såg så nu.
Nej men det var då när ni såg.
Ja, men det var förra gången jag såg det måste vara kanske det 2-3
Ja, men kanske han har tomma.
Men nu finns det 2 så det är bara 2 sådana så det räcker till allt. Jag ska röja det lite men det är så het men.
Ja, för det.
Till gräsklippan det far bara 10 liter på en sommar, det är inte så mycket.
Lägg så här, nej.
Se om man får slå saktast. Så här ja. Det bara slipper luft, men det är på golvet bättre från det fallet.
Nej men så här går det.
Det bara slipper luft in så. Men man måste hålla i det här, det är svårt om man själv slår så är det svårigheter.
Det går så här på det.
Så att det inte får så mycket hot, inte det alltid får det lite.
Vippet ut nu, så här.
Alltid vill det börja få hålla, så här så kan jag hålla i hivon.
Så mycket som vipphelainen system.
Så här nu kan jag hålla så här.
Där var roska.
Så här kan man hålla, nu kan jag hålla på.
Från början först. Nu får det.
Det är så att det får bara falla luft i så tar man.
Ja, sådär.
Så här kan man sätta bara full, det får 5 liter kanske, eller så mycket som det ryms. Så mycket som det ryms i det här orangea bara. Så är det till hela sommaren ungefär.
De säger det.
Ja, så tar man alltid bättre. Desto renare, desto bättre tar man. Nu var det stora tanken, nu förra gången jag tankade så nu får det tomt, det får bara lite. Så nu är det så lite att nu kommer det inte med pumpen ut.
Ja, det är tomt. Det är kanske bara 10 liter kvar.
Nu kan man ska kunna släppa ut det från den pluggen dit och så får man riktigt tom den om man vill.
Jo,
så det säkert inte var.
Just för det kommer kondensat in nytt.
Ja.
Just för man börjar fylla den.
Ja, så får man den riktigt. Nu är det ju lätt att få riktigt tom.
Senast jag håller fullt med.
Bör det vara nu? Är det 5 bara 5 så det är bara lite. Det räcker till hela sommaren.
Jo, något 5 med det är ganska nära 5 men.
Där ser man, jag tycker det var 5 liter den där. Där kanske tillbaka. Vore inte mycket hutin. Att man själv provar så var det nog med hutin. Man måste alltid hålla alltid ena burken mellan benen och sen hålla man in.
Hutin när det hitsar här och annars dyrt.
Ja.
Nu får det bara en grupp och någon gruppa. Nu är det okej. No så där är bara, där man kan driva åt rent bensin.
För det här är tosi bra, det är tosi lätt att slå i. Där far inte något hot i
Spiller
där.
inte i här.
Nej, fast man är enägare bara, så det far inte något hot i.
Jag brukar ofta
Det lyckas bra.
fara fot i hit.
Det här systemet, det är riktigt prima för det här.
Ja.
Så länge som man nu har tills man får köpa sån här gräsklippare som klippar själv så sen behövs inga bensin. De har nog blivit billigare, men de är nog lite dyra ännu.
Nej, men nu kan jag inte bensin.
Nej, men sån där vet du ström. Som far så klipper den själv och laddar sig själv och så klipper den vidare. Men så de är lite dyra ännu. De kostar något par tonni tror jag. Det kör själv. Ja. Ja, nej, men det hakar nog om det är någon SD. Men de har liksom, de där vissa så de har samma sån här GPS-system som det som vi har i traktorn. Och så vissa har någon sån här att det gräsklipparen liksom sier. Och så när det kommer någon SD så far den runt det. Nej, det är lite och sen de blir lite billigare nu. Man får nog sån, det finns nog något 300 sån här IKEA-versio, alltså sån här vittis någon billig, men jag vet nog inte, de är nog inte så bra de inte. De där första så man måste gräva sån här stålkabel i jorden runt det om, så sånt köper det är för mycket homma det. Ja. Nej, det är för det att gräva runt det, man får gräva fler 100 meter, så det är för mycket homma det. Jag får hjälpa Tom att flytta in det där maskinen först, sen så det där. Sen så klippa. Ja. See if we can need the trailer out again so we can put the big mower inside. But yeah, once we get the other bigger project done, then might we do some roofing stuff. No niin. So we could use all this. We still have, I believe there was 24 sheets. We used like 6 for the trailers, but there's still like, what is it, 16, 18 left. Yep, might do some re-roofing of some old buildings with this. Then we could use most of these and then eventually just put the trailer in another place. But for now it's so long over here that it has to be kind of here. But yeah, we're gonna put the mower back there. So we need this out again. Put these back down, I guess. Some pallets. Something like this doesn't need to be super precise, just put so the mower isn't on the ground here. Mower man. Ja, spruta först så. Men jag kan klippa lite så bara du är färdig så kommer jag sätta in sen. Om du sprutar och kekar lite och tar det axeln ska jag bort. Jag hinner klippa en bit före.
Jag kan köra den där, jag kör den in här sen så behöver du se.
Så kan man se lite, ja. Inte det annars som har sprutat, det går nog med det. Lawn hopefully it's still kind of wet, but we can start where there's not so much to mow. Oak has popped out also now, leaves. Oh, it's grown a lot, yeah. So all the way from here, all this has grown out now. That's really fast in a few, like literally in 1 week, that all has happened. It's a pretty big oak all of a sudden. It was very small for the first 10 years, like barely grew anything, but now in the last 5 years, it's literally exploded in size. gonna be so soon, so big soon that we have to like cut the branches a little bit so it doesn't grow out here. At least close to the where you put the cars, it's like too big. Or it's starting to push the branches out in the, like where you have the car, like the one branch there, we need to trim a little bit, I think. But yeah, let's trim with the small mower a bit. Lawn is still pretty wet since the rain yesterday, so we'll see. We can mow this and then start with this where it's like lighter grass. Then we'll do the heavy stuff later when it has maybe dried up more. Might be a little wet, the grass. See if it starts clogging up. And now it's barely flying out anymore. We want to do the short stuff first, I think. Leave the thick stuff for last. dandelion stalks are pretty long. But yeah, I think most of the dandelions are gone now. This is some other flowers here and over there. Oh yeah, this might be. Let's see if we can get through this without plugging. This could be a challenge. And it's surprisingly wet still. It only rained a little bit yesterday. I guess as long as it's flying out, it's nice, but when it starts to plug, it can start to plug pretty seriously. Like it went through it pretty good. Over there it might be a struggle though. But we'll do this side first and take a break then and let it dry up more. very high humidity today. I think it's only like it's under 20 degrees now, but the humidity was pretty high when I came out, I think. Because it's still, even if it's windy and it only rained like 8 millimeters yesterday, humidity seems to be pretty high still today. Which is good for the crops, I would say. But yeah, we need way more rain than 8 millimeters. It's a good start yesterday, but we need like at least 10 more for it to really have any effect on the fields. Wind is really helping though. We're gonna try to just mow a little bit, take a break, mow a little bit. mow this piece, then go help John get the mower put aside. I'm just gonna spray some grease on it. Lube it up. Not many dandelions now. When we mow it now, it's gonna look much nicer with the last dandelion like stalks are gonna get mowed today. Not many new dandelions, so looks way nicer when it's like pretty much a clean shape. Nothing bouncing right up after you mowed. That's the first. Now I can go see what John's doing. And we'll do that next probably. See what's up. Did you get PTO out? It's not super heavy on this one, so it's still doable. Yeah, hoses we can take off. Yeah, it's down, then you can swing it back. Then hoses can be off, yeah, because you don't need to lift up with the three point. Yeah, those off, and then it should be. Then you can swing this back, I think. Once you get the safety thing off there. Those need to be loose. Now it might swing back. Is that the safety thing? But the normal transport mode is just this flipped up, but we can put it back, then we can put it. Yeah, no,
liksom.
Yeah, it's moving now. Now it's moving freely. Then when it goes fully back, it should lock in.
Joo.
I think. Don't leave your finger in between anywhere. And yeah, hose is also nowhere between. Is it against? Did it lock already?
Joo, nu är det jag liksom.
Yeah. It's locked in now. Hose is just somewhere so it doesn't fall down. But yeah, belts were still good. Luckily the wood piece didn't get, if the wood would have locked in between there, it could have burned the belts, but luckily that didn't happen when I mowed the grass field. So that's good. That can be just somewhere so it doesn't get pinched when you lift up and down. Yeah, now it doesn't go back and forth.
Sen är det varma när man är nu bara slitat det där.
No, de skulle kunna vara mer hiot, för nu är det liksom fullt åt höger här, men när man backar in dit så det måste nog vara mer hiot. Det tog den nästan i puimurin när vi satt den dit. Men det är inte så noga, du bara får den bara in dit, det ska ju ut sen efter en stund tillbaka. Så. Man får den bara på pan, men det är så bättre att skruva det ena lösa att man får lite diot. Ja. Get it this way a little bit more than it's easier to. Is it so tight that we need to?
Ja, den digan liksom ska se det på det här.
Let's see. Looked like when he wobbled that tire was loose, but that can't be true. No, it's the same. Just the tire. Is it just me or does the right tire look loose? When you wobble, look at the right tire compared to the left one. It's loose or something. Look at that. It shouldn't be moving this much, that much. The other one is not moving at all.
Vippar nyt den.
Or is it moving the
Det är bara
same?
gummilla.
We can check if the bolts are tight.
Joo.
It looks like it.
Det är 1,25 så att det är gummilla.
Ah, ja.
Flexar.
But maybe.
Jag kan nog checka.
Maybe does this one do the same thing here? Maybe it does the same. Just feel like the rubber should give a little bit, but maybe it's just me imagining things. Måste ta det annat först att det inte spänner emot väl? Eller ligger den, ska jag klämhiv och ligger den på liksom? Den kan vara, laga den längre så far det inte så mycket åt höger heller.
Studen dit så blir det annat lös på den.
Ja.
Liksom på ett annat håll lös. Det far med. Så där håll dit. Ja.
Now it's a little bit pressure to the right. It's still tight. Is it becoming looser? Still tight.
Så mycket nu att det liksom blir det.
Där ska jag hålla släppa att man inte den trycker. Nu är det fritt. Är det lösare nu? Man inte spänner på det. Det kan man gå under och rosk i ängorna kanske. Men det rör sig ändå något. Det är inte helt.
Det var en lite.
It's not rock solid. Mm. Hade den kroknade där hela skiten. Så skulle jag kunna kila. Shouldn't be that time. Maybe is it laying on top?
Kanske det ligger upana den liksom.
Yeah, no, when it's back it might be. Yeah, it should not be that. The other one was completely loose when I did earlier. It's tight. Jag kan klämma att Anna håller inte vid bättre hålla. Yeah, should we check these? These shouldn't be loose at least. I mean, if you try to wobble there, one should look here. See if no, it's not moving. The rim is not moving from the axle here. It's just the rubber flexing. Flexi flex. But is this loose here? Or did you? This is.
Har det inga diot med dem liksom? Det väger så mycket syda som jag tänkte.
Det är syda. Jag kan dra på båda dras nu. Det ser trackon syda lite sådär. Det är bättre man måste köra det sådär att det inte syda. Eller så klämmer det kunnon där. Det syda. Det far emot men det här hela. Ja. Det är bara att det ligger när den är så här det traktorn lite sådär.
Det syda så jag.
Ja.
Men du kan köra in den och köra den där och så syda här. Det syns där.
Ja, eller backhimen här längre bak så det sydar dit. Men man kan ta något som är rejält, ja så går det lätt. Så går det. Ja. With tractor like this, so then this goes that way, then it's easier to switch that. Det ligger på, ja. Där om du backar upp. Om du backar här, hjulet här så sydar det dit. Back it up here, then I can unwind it. Then we should be able to put it away. It fits better in there if we can get it more. When you mow it needs to be all the way that way, but now we want it a little bit this way. Adjusted. But yeah, John pressure washed this yesterday. It was obviously fully covered in grass and tractor was kind of covered in grass, but John washed this yesterday. Now it's greased, now we can put it away. If we can get the one lift arm to be a little looser, we can reverse up here, then it should become a lot looser. Nu ska vi se. Let's check now. Still stiff. Needs to lean even more this way. Maybe this one. Yeah, it needs to come this, but this one is holding again. That's why it's not going that way. That's why it's tight. This one is like it's against it here. So this one is maxed here, so it can't go that way. But once you get it a little bit, then it should go better. I can push a little bit like this, and once you get a little bit, it should get much better. Yeah, now it shouldn't be. I can still swing it. Now it's becoming better. Now I feel how it's coming looser. Now you can turn all the way, and then now this is not against it anymore. That's why it was so tight. It was so much that way, and this the other end there is like wedged, so it can't go that way. And then when this is tightened against it, when you try to untighten it, then it's a little tight.
Det är den där och så bara
Det där mitt för nu blev det liksom löst först. Nu kan man sätta det här lite längre förstås, så att det blir med mitt bak. Så nu är det lätt, ja. Så nu är det var lite sydar, nu hås det.
Skulle det här vara så behöver man inte snart frysa.
Nej, du kan sätta det där så långt nu, ja. Nu är det fullt emot andra sidan. Now it's all the way that way. Maybe easier to put it in there, in the barn. But we don't need to get it like perfect there, just so it's enough out of the way, so it's like, yeah, not in the way. Nu kan vi nog prova, nu är det fullt hiot.
Ja,
nu tror jag
de nästan mot baken och de
jag ser att det far dit, ja. Jag satt lavorna ner, ja. Ja, bara det far bara att den är ungefär dit, det behöver inte vara så i kanten, det kan man. Ja. Try to reverse it in. Now we got the extra obstacle of that also, but it should be we just come here. Not hit this too much. Should be fine to get it here. We need it again in maybe 1 month, so we don't need that one, we only need next year, so just put it somewhere here. It could maybe even be pretty close to that one on that side. Now he's gonna lyft högre upp, jag tar i backen. Or do we need to shorten the 3 point? Just hitting the dirt there a little bit. Now it's up. It's probably worse now when the tractor tires are low. Det kan ju vara riktigt nära hi, för det där ska inte ut nu, så det kan vara riktigt, det kan vara hi lite mer. Det är inte så att man får puimurin ska ut sen nästan till nästa. Just straight back now seems pretty good. A little bit this way maybe. Det kommer nog hyvin nu. Just för att dra hjulen ner, det kommer bra. It's good there. Det får vara riktigt nära dit och periaatteessa. Snart börjar det ta i. Man får att det hålls där på pallarna bara, så det behöver inte vara riktigt så viimeisen päällä. Där ja, nu går det lite. Inte tar nästan i samma ställe, men nu är det just det nästan tillräckligt långt. Nu hålls den på där. Kanske det är bra där. Nu just tar det i. Sen ställer jag foten ner. Den här kroknen ställer det här högre det kanske. Let's see if this is good, or if we need to put it here. Så bara lower down. Maybe we need something underneath here. Det är bra, ja. Or this might need to be in this hole. Let's see if it goes down there. It's kind of twisted there a bit. Might work this way. That's better. Down. Så kan jag ta den här bilen löst. Nu ska jag ta det här bort först. Let's see if this becomes loose here at some point. Nu ligger det på i den så. Sådär ja. Det här gick lätt. Nu take this out. Det här kan vara i traktorn. This to tractor. This one to here. then just down. Let's see if the arms go low enough for this. Maybe I need a 4x4 underneath that. Might not go low enough. Maybe it goes low enough. I får det inget ett lag. I need to put something. I'm gonna put this. I think this stuff was underneath here. Sådär nu. Now it's gonna work. Yep. Det är bara ner nu så är det bra. Det ska hållas nog där. Should be good there. Then I'll put this in the tractor. We good. Ja, det hålls där. Balls I can take. Eller ja. De behöver sätta hit i näst men. Ja. Take balls. Ja, parkam. Ja, nästa de här i alla fall. Vart är det där? Vart får man sprintarna att hålla sig den här bra? Ja, det är lättast. Put these in the tractor. Nu kanske den kan vara de på andra sidan fast jo. Mower put away. I can put that back and then he can reverse the trailer back in here again. Then this place is really full here. We got plow, harrow, log lifter, weeder, mechanical weeder, mower, and then trailer in the middle here. Combine here. Stuffed. Place is stuffed. Stuffed with stuff. One on the floor. Now I got everything there. Oh yeah, shut up. Power off. Yes. Now mowing continues and then little break at some point, drink break. Might need a hat, take a hat also. So I don't get sunburn on the head. Nää siinä on, että mä itse vaan vaan dekkä samalla jostain täältä. Probably just me imagining things. Imagining things. Easy. They weren't at least super loose, but no, seems good.
Just, vaan niinku 450.
Yeah, it needs to be quite a bit.
Det är liksom något helt på det här.
Seems good.
Det är bara när det däck så är
däck, det är tires flex.
Det var att det ser ut som hela anten ska jag.
Yep. It's good.
Det ska inte vara det där. Man ska så lösa det ska bli fara.
Nej, så bör det lossa hjulen när man kör. Would be very bad. Yes, water. Yeah, mowing continues.
Ja, nyt se ei mitään tuutteen täältä sen.
Ja. Mowering continues. And then next week we'll throw the new wood burner in the basement also. It's gonna be the next bigger project, I guess. Yeah, let's mow a little bit there so we get to the drinking spot. Then we drink a bunch. And then we mow more. We're gonna check the greenhouse at some point today. We can check garden, we can check fields. check everything later. See how much the water we got. Like I think we got like 8 millimeters at the farm here, so we'll see how deep it went into the ground. I believe there's still some like dry dirt underneath, but we can check soon. pretty tall. It's grown a lot since last mowing. clogging up. Pretty thick grass here. And yeah, it's still kind of wet. I thought it would have dried up by now, but apparently not. Still mowing fine. Like it's still cutting fine. Anybody allergic to pine? Just dust flying when you hit the pines. Here's some dandelions still, but I think we're mowing them down pretty well now. We'll just do a little bit here so we can move those walking things. Time for a break, time to move those, then I can mow that. Then we can mow this, then we need to move the hose, and then we can mow the last bit. But yeah, I need a hat. Sun's out quite a bit now. Quite a bit. Not too windy, so we can just have the sun hat on top of the camera. Usually I have it under, but it's not that windy today. Maybe it is too windy. Ready? We got the shorty guy. Mowing, then moving back. And then brake. Then mow this, then brake, and then mow the last bit. Grass is growing, it's pretty thick. Doesn't seem like it's been that dry, but grass doesn't need that much liquids, I guess. Need to go dig in the field. Looks good here, it's wet, but maybe we should check the field, see if it's wet through. I don't think so.
Nej, inte så att man kan yta lite.
Jag kommer på tisdag med så hjälper det när ytan är våt så det nästa var djupare. För att digga på kan se om det är skillnad på det vår och höstplöja. Det höstplöja var våtare tycker jag förra gången jag såg efter regn. Let's put this in the official drinking zone. This is the official drinking zone over here. Yeah, you can see the lawn is still like wet, which isn't ideal for the mowing, but should work. You can also try to remember to mow this path a little bit. Now there's some grass here. This is the official drinking zone. But yeah, now this field looks a lot better, even here where we did the weeding when the oats were shorter. Like it's looking okay now. If on Tuesday we get 10 to 20 mils more rain, then this could even be like okay. Now it's like a little bit meh. But yeah, 8 millimeters is a good start. Then if we get another 10 mil, then it probably helps a little bit. this rain it only like the surface might look good, but if we dig down, we should dig down at some point. Then there's like, it's a little bit wet on the surface like this, but then where the roots are, it's still like dry. It would be nice to get like more rain, bigger rain. We still haven't breached the 10 millimeters in one day. The most we have gotten in one day since seeding has been 9 millimeters, which is probably about this much. It's less than half an inch. That's the biggest rain so far in one day. And in total, since seeding, we have got probably 40 mil maybe, which is not that much in 1 month. Oh, yeah, this wind is good. Should make it possible for us to mow the rest without dying. Should really mow that. There's more shade over there, but we might start up here. Loading circle. Ah, yeah, it's I think I know what it is. It's not that annoying, but or is it even there now? I can't even see it now. But yeah, good morning there, Danger. I don't even see it now. I saw it just maybe when I look against something lighter. Ah, yeah, there it is. What could it be even? But yeah, luckily it's not too super annoying at least. I don't know what it is. It's probably from the drone stream or something, but I have those sources shut off. So I don't really know what it is. I mean, it's gotta be one of those, but let me see here. I'll see if I can maybe fix it. It should be. It shouldn't be visible, of course, but we'll see if I shut off some more sources, it might be that. But it's not super. Luckily, it's not super. It's not super annoying, at least. We'll see, did it go away now? It's the loading circle for rain. That's true. It did rain a little bit yesterday, but we're still waiting for more. So it's still, rain is still loading. And now I think it's gone. So it's just if I don't have the drone cam, it seems like apparently there's gonna be like a weird thing. Hello there, Jumper. How are we doing? We're doing okay. It's a pretty chill Sunday here. We got some rain yesterday, which is good. Need more. Yeah, it's okay. Pretty chill. Just mowing some lawns, checking garden, just doing some casual Sunday things. But yeah, hopefully everybody's got a good weekend going. We're in the official drinking zone right now. Probably continue mowing with the last time we mowed with the bigger mower. Today we're mowing with the smaller mower. But yeah, let's go chug along. So let's see if we can plug the mower. We can probably plug the mower in the thick spots there. The grass is still a little wet from yesterday's rain. Even with the sun and the wind, yeah, there was still some quite wet grass, but we'll see how badly we can plug the mower. We're getting into the thick grass now. Like over there it was thinner, but here in the middle around the greenhouse it's like very, very thick. Also down there it's probably gonna be chugging a bit. Here should be fine, here it's like thinner. But yeah, man, down there it's long, it's thick, it's wet. Oh yeah, we should start with this though, before we forget this. Clearly some grass circles. Aliens definitely landed here. Not only crop circles anymore, it's also grass circles. Oh yeah, we might be plugging up. Almost. Almost. Yeah, it might be a struggle in the thick spots. Mow this a little bit, so we can throw the big snake here then. Big snake, 30-meter snake. Longest snake I've ever seen. Oh yeah, look at this. wild strawberry. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It's not really 100% done yet, but that's why I try to leave. If I see a bunch of this like wild strawberry, like these leaves, I just leave it. Then we can get some wild strawberries. That was the first one. Yummy. There was a bunch at the machine shed, like one end. There was so much of this. We can get like a lot of small berries actually. A lot of wild strawberries. Mow the path here. The path, the drinking sound. Yeah, it's wet here. The whole lawnmower is wet. Probably hasn't dried up that much because the humidity is really high. That's gotta be the only reason. Like it just rained. It rained yesterday. It looks like it rained just now. Nickname you the machine man, always with a tool or motorized device. Yeah, quite often we have some tools that we use. Makes a lot of the work a lot easier. Imagine using a scythe or something here, like imagine mowing all this by hand. Would be very hard. Oh yeah. Thick grass here. are really growing now. We can check the garden later also, but since a couple of days the potatoes are like double the size. Stuff's growing now. A small ride-on mower would have been quite useful. Yeah, I don't want to invest in that kind of money. I'd rather put, for the same money I could buy a completely self-moving mower. So I'm definitely not gonna buy a ride-on mower because, yeah, for the same money I can get a mower that mows itself or drives itself. But yeah, it's not. This is not that big. I mean, we're kind of on the edge there. For sure, some people would have a ride-on mower, but I don't think I have enough to mow to buy one of those. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think they are called like ride-on mower. I think they're called actually that. But yeah, I mean, I only have this left and then behind the house there. So it's not that much. I mean, it takes, I think it takes me like 1.5 hours to mow everything. So it's not too bad. Also, man, it's it's definitely humid enough inside the greenhouse. We should actually check how warm it is in the greenhouse. It's sunny now, so I might need to open the... It seems like it's like a sauna in there. Very humid. We might need, if it's too hot here, we can open the... Yeah, it might be getting... Oh yeah, it's 40 here. Let's open these. So we don't toast our things here. Well, a little bit of hot air out, so to speak. Might be getting too hot here otherwise. I mean, it looks good. Everything is growing, except there was one plant that kind of died, but might have been when I planted it from the small thing, when I planted it here, it might have died there. Yeah, inside here it's really hot. Need to leave those open, so a little bit better air circulation. It's now in the summer when it's sunny. You need to open the roof hatches. How much area needs mowing? Maybe it is... I think I calculated at one point. It's like... maybe 0.2 hectares, like 2,000 square meters. It might be a little less than that. But yeah, somewhere in that range. Something like that. But yeah, it's fine. And I don't mow it that often, as you see. It's very long now. I mow it maybe once in 2 weeks. Like in the beginning of the summer there, I can mow maybe once a week. But now it's like once in 2 weeks. So it's not too bad. Some exercise. But yeah, the robo mowers, like the small mowing machines that go by themselves, like they still, for an area like this, you could get one, but they're pretty costly, I think. I think they're like maybe 2,000 euros or something. to mow this whole area. So I mean, once that price comes down, I might consider that. Or that's probably the next thing we do here. Like get a robo mower or self-driving mower or whatever those are called. Yeah, I could mow more if I wanted, like I could mow this area, but we just leave this. Same with the other side there. Could mow that area, but we still leave some areas. No need to mow everything. Just mow a little bit and let a little bit just grow. Grow wildly. Now is the time where it's the most green. In the winter this would all have been snow. Now it's all green everywhere. Changes a lot. But yeah, very green at the moment. If we get enough rain, then it could stay quite green, which I'm hoping that happens. Slow here, it's so thick. Thick wet grass. But yeah, we have not plugged up the mower yet. Let's see if we can mow. How much we can mow before we get plugged. I mean, it's like it's like 20 centimeters tall there. Should have mowed earlier, but was lazy. To a lawnmower clogging in places. Yeah, if anywhere it's gonna be down there, I think. maybe over here also. It's really thick right there. We'll see how it works. As long as it's flying out, it's fine. But then sometimes when it's wet, it starts to plug up there. And then it's not flying out anymore. Yeah, the wind is really saving us today. The humidity is really high, so without the wind it would be terribly warm. Now it's just like kinda warm. Not too bad yet. Forbidden to mow the lawn on Sundays in residential areas. Oh. Yeah, here I can mow whenever I want. Even in the middle of the night. And the neighbors are like pretty far away, so I guess they could hear it if there's no wind, but yeah, it's good. It's good that the neighbors aren't like 10 meters away. Then you can kind of do whatever, whenever. But it's still like if we do drive the tractors on the fields and we go like close to some house, then we try to do it so it's not in the middle of the night. Like try to keep it mostly during the day so you don't wake up the neighbors with the tractor, but there's no rule against it. Like you could do it in the middle of the night, but it's kind of out of respect for the neighbors. Try to do most of the tractor farming during the day. Yeah, some rules are good. Some rules are unnecessary, but I mean some are good. I mean, it's sometimes if it's like a big farm, then they kind of have to do some work in the night also. If you have something that you have to harvest, then sometimes you have to harvest all the way into the night. But yeah, we'll try to mow this. It's a very not so big piece left now. Then we'll take a break again. Then we'll move over here. There's even less sun here, so this should be better. Here it's like in the sun, it's like getting pretty warm. There's technique for harvesting wheat in cold temperatures, maybe at night. Nah, it's mostly for wheat, like you want it dry. So sometimes if there's like rain coming, then you might have to harvest during the night. If you can like get it harvested then before the rain. Because yeah, it has to be dry when you harvest it. So yeah, if there's like let's say there's rain the next day, then some farmers might try to push, get as much done as they can before the rain. Because then, yeah, when it rains, you can't harvest. Harvester doesn't work that well in the rain. This year they planted wheat in the fields, usually it was corn. Yeah, it depends a little bit on the prices. I think the wheat price is pretty bad right now. Like all the prices are not that good right now, but especially if we compare to like the fuel price is up maybe 100% almost, and the wheat price and grain prices are like pretty much the same as last year, so yeah. Hopefully the grain prices go up a little bit before fall when we start harvesting, otherwise it's not gonna be a good year, that's for sure. I planted an oak here. It was not dead. It has leaves on it now. Wow. Oh, that's good. Jag tror att eken var död, men nu har den blad nu. Den var liksom tugga lite, men nu är det nog löv. Yep, we get our oak growing here. I thought it was dead last time I mowed. It looked dead. But it's got leaves. So yeah, we have another oak there, but now one here also. Det bör bli, jag får ta paus just. Backwards mowing. up, I think, because it's not plugging up almost at all anymore. I think the sun and the wind are doing their thing. Now it seems to be going fine. Left, and it's time for a break again. Break time. Then we can move the snake around here and continue with this last bit here, I guess. But yeah, break time, then break time, snake time, mow time. And now it's starting to get warm in the sun. Luckily this piece is maybe half almost in the shadow, so, or in the shade, so that should be fine. Oh, here's already somebody in the drinking zone. Drinking zone occupied. Day drinking. Oh yeah, it's really high humidity, surprisingly high humidity. I guess it rained enough to raise the humidity a lot.
Man såg det här bilden var lite torrare så där under det där. Men båda nog liksom på ytan något par cent kanske fukt nu har det.
Sitä mycket var det där grävde igår. Och det kommer ett till imorgon så. Det andra var så att de var nästan inuti vuotta. No inte riktigt kanske inuti vuotta.
No kanske väl lite.
Litet lager, ja.
Liksom under det där parsen.
Ja.
Inom mycket.
Ryms nog mer.
Ja.
Men det var nog så bättre att vi ser grönare ut där som är rikast. Där. Men där ser man, där blev en liten 3 meters stripp där som man ser. Som blev orikast. Det ser man hur man ser. Det där man ser det 2 varv runt sen där liten stripp i sen här tror jag. Ja. Let me connect to the YouTube chat again. It always disconnects. Bumblebees. Det där eken sen planterade nyss, det var, jag tror att den förra gången när jag klippt förra gången så var det såg ut som toppen skulle vara skottet i år. Nu hade den 5-6 blad. Så den var inte död, den planterade i gräsmattan. Det är som det käppen. Det är eken.
Som det där...
Bakom växthuset. Där, ja, ungefär där.
Ja.
Så det såg dött ut, men sen nu hade det löv. Så det, jag tror inte så var. Det blir nog tugga till något rått eller något, men det är inte dåligt natur. Det skulle passa bra med en ek som det. Men det andra eken, visst att den blir stor. Man måste klippa den några kvistar som har kommit dit att man kan laga bilen. Den där börjar växa, den är större. Den börjar växa ut lite.
Ja.
Man kan lite med sax lite trimma bort den som kommer ut.
Och sen just det där som är lite så brun, men den bör då börja växa.
Den bör nog växa, ja. Bumblebees going from flower to flower. There's some starting to be a lot of flowers now.
Yeah.
Bumbling around. Bumbling, yeah, some clouds. Good. Now some surprise showers. What's up? Och det är på andra sidan där vid stenarna har kommit 1 eller 2 sådana lönnor. Det har farit självfrö dit. Yes. Så då kan det komma något till.
Maple leaves. Simpsons wall. Simpsons sky.
Or Windows clouds. Windows clouds.
Ja, ukkorna i växthuset.
De var 40, man såg kunna sauna. Fukt på insidan, man såg inte in och gå utifrån. Det var de förra öppnarna. Det är så varmt när man får på dagen att typen blir det förra. När de börjar 40 grader så börjar det vara lite too much. Det är mycket sådana här pollen och bra att man inte är risk. Check the amount of pollen on the floor here. It's like white everywhere or yellow.
A lot of like flowering going on.
Yeah, there's when I poked the little pine there, it just The pines have a lot of pollen right now, and birch probably has had most of the pollen, but the pine is still dumping bunch of stuff.
Nice views, ja. Mycket är klippt nu.
Inte det bara jag ska flytta snaken bort ifrån ormen bort ifrån till den här sidan. Det är bara där nedanför och det enda de är kvar.
Nej, jo.
Inte det bara en 20 minuter kvar.
Det är där slang, ja.
Jag tar bort den för.
Kör du den där?
Nej, det skulle pällas sig under, men sen just om den är lite uppsär så bara klippa skär en gång bort så är det håll i slangen. Nej, det är bäst när jag brukar alltid flytta åt sidan. Gazebo is standing, not falling down yet. Seems solid. It's not falling over now, so it's not gonna fall over, I think. Roof seems to be holding. Solid enough, yep. I think these are holding quite a bit. These are our own design. This was not in any drawing. This is own design. These. I think in the drawing it had just a bunch of like straight wood down like this. But I think this looks better. You could still put on the outside like short boards from here down there. And then windows here. Then it's a greenhouse inside here also.
Det kanske ut när jag så. Svalt. Nu blir det nästan svalt här.
Ja, det här är därför lagar just det här blåser, alltid när blåser här blåser därför det här är svalaste paikan. Och så är skuggan, nu är det skugga hela tiden när det är tak. Så det är det svalställe här backan tror jag. Det är ut här på ändan så det blåser alltid. Det goalen var att laga det så svalt ställe som möjligt. Och så är det här ett bra view så man ser hela mosan härifrån.
Ja.
Can see whole place from here. And not in the way, not in the field, so it's not in the way.
Yeah.
Maybe if we harvest this way with the combine here, the pipe might almost hit. But always driving the other way around first pass here. Half an hour, then we got the rest mode. I gotta go move the. Now it was break, now it's snake, and then mow. Break snake. I even mowed this path here a little bit, so it's easy to walk here. No tick paradise here. If you walk through this, the tick could be hanging around here. That's why it's good to always mow where you walk. Then it's less chance of getting ticks. But yeah, good to check for ticks always. There could be some ticks around. Big snake! Big snake! Big snake, guys! Look, I caught big snake! Big snake! Caught the snake from the tail. Probably put it like this, and then it could be like a pile here, because I don't know if I use it here or there first. Probably there, but at least get it out from the. Here's some wild strawberries I ate. There was one on the end of the house. There was one that was red. I ate strawberry already. Like 5th of June. That's gonna be like the earliest ever to eat a wild strawberry. The normal strawberries are not done yet for sure.
No, but yeah.
It's quite early. Okay, let's see if we just pull what happens. At the end we probably need to lift the irrigation machine. And now it's stuck on the, almost stuck on the bush. You can lift that one. Yeah, when I go up here. If I'm higher than you are there, it's leaking out. Yeah, get this out. Hose is nice and flexible now.
Yeah, no.
And just put it somewhere here. Oh, then I can mow. I mowed, so it should be able to mow the rest now. Without hitting hose. Oh, I forgot my hat. Need to get my hat. Yes. Hat on, we're ready to go. Cooled down a little bit there. When you're in the shade and it's like windy, then it's not that bad, but when you do some stuff in the sun, it gets warm. But yeah, it's good if we get this mowed today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 5 degrees warmer. And then Tuesday, we pray to God that it rains again. Would be real nice to get another 10-15 mil. First try. This right here. What's this? What's this here? All kinds of stuff. Windy enough to where the hat doesn't want. I usually have the hat underneath and camera on top, camera strap on top, but not today. still. You can see what the dandelions do sometimes. I don't want to mow the sting that sticks up. But yeah, luckily most of the dandelions are gone now. They're really a spring grower. Thick also. Kinda gotta go slow. some birds having nests inside here. I wonder if they have killed these branches or why these branches died. Maybe just died randomly. Here it's actually almost the thickest and the worst of all places. Probably half of this done already. Doesn't seem like it, but when you go around and around, just a few laps around, it's already half. Mow this little bit now. This when it's like in a slope like this might be easiest to just go back and forth. Oh yeah, here's still this hole in the ground. I need to get some dirt for this. Big hole there all of a sudden. Sinkhole. We don't really have sinkholes here, but something happened there. I guess there was a little bit of dirt filled in here when this was placed here, so maybe that has just settled a bit. This bush is also blooming. Pretty nice. This left. It's good because it's starting to get pretty toasty here. Toasty weather. This flat piece left. No heels left. Yeah, we haven't plugged a single time, which is kind of good. I thought we were gonna have some issues. We'll see if we have enough fuel here. It's been pretty thick most of the day today, so. But usually 1 tank of gas is enough for everything, so we don't have much left. Bit. Seems like we have enough fuel. That's it. Everything mowed. Yeah, what is now 1? We started like 11 maybe, but I did a bunch of other things in between and breaks and stuff. I'm gonna flip it up. There's probably a bunch stuck underneath because it's wet.
Yeah, usually with like a wooden or something.
Something to scrape. There's like extra weight, probably 5 kilos of extra weight. Yep. Remove extra weight. Yeah, pretty much mowed the dandelions nicely. Not many stalks left now. So from this point forward, the grass will look pretty nice always in the summer. Always a little messy in the beginning when there's so many dandelions. There's some yellow flowers. Those can be there. Don't need to mow those. Same with this area here. Don't mow this. We might behind there. We might mow with the sickle bar and tractor. Same this here, but not with this mower. Ja, bakom de. Yes. Yes sir. Ah, nice wind. Jag kan se, man lyfter och ser, jag brukar ta med en liten skyffel där skrapar ut. Det är så här våt, man känner hur det är mycket tyngre. Så det är mindre vikt att stu nästa gång. Let's flip it up here a bit. Then we can, one guy can scrape underneath there now. No, there's the same amount as last time. Jag brukar bara ta en skyffel där eller någon liten järnbit, inte det är så tarka. Något bara som går bra att skrapa. You can scrape underneath, remove all the... There's a little bit grass stuck, but I thought there was going to be more. Like there's pretty much nothing here. Sometimes it starts to pile up here too. Not bad at all actually. So now it's not wet anymore, like the sun and wind is drying it up pretty fast. Ja, man skrapar runt där, sen en rand som far runt där. Men det får först, det som får kan ut vindbladet så får man runt hela. Det går att spinna det blade bara lite. Remove 1 kilo, probably a couple of kilos of grass still, even if there wasn't too much. It's been worse sometimes. When it starts to really plug up badly. I guess this is modified a little bit. This one should be lower down, but I put like a pipe here, so this one is like higher up, so it doesn't plug up there as easy. Is it good now? It's only pretty much in the one place. Usually not too much in other places. A little bit of extra weight. Remove the dead weight.
Joo.
Good now, yeah. No, there wasn't much at all, just a little bit. Not bad at all. It's been worse. So it is drying up the grass. Going back to drinking area and then check garden area and then done for today. Yep, breeze saving us. Pretty high moisture still.
Good, yeah.
Something here, couldn't mow here. There's some weird thing here. Weirdo thing in the way. Back to Sunday drinking. But yeah, that's today's exercise. I guess we can take a quick look in the garden still. Check what's going on. It seemed like the potatoes at least were growing like crazy. And the greenhouse stuff is looking pretty good too. Sa du in i de och de är nog jorden jag vattnade igår. Man behöver inte dra vattnet på det torkar men det är så hög luftfukt ut att det torkar. De där väggarna, före jag öppnade lukan så var det alla väggarna var sådär. Det såg ut som någon bastu. Det är sån här. I don't think we need to irrigate. I irrigated yesterday here, I think. That one I just put there so I could mow. Yeah, it's even warmer inside there. Now it should be like 30 or something.
34.
Yeah, that's good. It was 40 before I opened the roof hatches. And then that's tomatoes. I need to build some sort of sticks to put some strings between there so we can get the tomato plants to stand up. There's 7 tomato plants, maybe some half-meter sticks plus some.
Där väldigt höjd upp på en riman, sån här riman.
No en sommar skulle mitt på som man får bondi fast. De här majsarna, the corn is growing like crazy, and the 3 gherkins I put, they looked like I was not. I thought when I replanted them that I broke the roots, but look at those guys, they have like grown like crazy. And then I don't know the watermelons. I have no history with those, so I don't know. They're growing not super fast, but yeah, there's one that under your knee. There's one that for some reason died, it seems, but the other ones seem good.
These seem pretty good, yeah.
There's a lot of those, so if they all produce 1 or 2 watermelons, you get a bunch of melons later. Potatoes look good. We got few potatoes.
Watermelons. Probably one of my favorite, like.
They have a really long growing period, but hopefully they have time to produce some. Conditions should be good at least now. Moist and warm.
Yeah.
I don't need to irrigate here. I put some yesterday. If I dig down, there's pretty good moisture here. Yeah. Don't need to put more today, I think. Every second day I usually put water here. Should be enough. But yeah, this maybe tomorrow or next I need to figure out some. Maybe put a stick there, stick here, stick here, stick there, and then put some strings between to get these tomatoes when they get bigger so they stand right up. This one is leaning over a bit already. Oh, I broke a little branches down there. Tomatoes look pretty good. Looks pretty dark and good. Probably. Not a tomato expert either. But seems to be growing. See if these stay in now with the wind. Sometimes these pop out when it's wind. The corn is hopefully there. I think there's enough room for the corn. This is sweet corn, so it doesn't get, but it gets pretty tall. It might get up against the roof.
Yeah, up to the roof.
But yeah, 4 of those. 5. There's one really tiny. 5 corn plants, 3 gherkins, 7 tomato plants, and then like 15 watermelons. 4 potatoes. The potatoes, I think for midsummer we can get potatoes here. If there isn't a dig all this up, eat for midsummer. 1.5 weeks. I haven't dug down. There might already be potatoes in the ground. I haven't been digging down yet. But they're growing like crazy now. Taters. Some taters. I'm gonna check garden quick. You can close the door when you leave. Let's check how the taters in the without greenhouse look. These were planted a lot later, but the ground was also warmer. So these taters, they're not that much after the other ones actually. There's like a potato from last year that survived. That's a potato plant right there. But yeah, here it rained and I irrigated before, so here there's probably not dry, there's no dry dirt underneath. But we can look at the big field. Yeah, here's more potatoes. These look really good here. They've grown a bunch in the last few days. And we got onions, lettuce you can harvest to midsummer. For sure lettuce you can get for midsummer. Then it's parsley, dill you can get in a few days.
There's a lot of stuff here already.
Yep, dill you can get, you can taste dill, you can taste lettuce. Then here's a carrots, and then this is the call hoover, whatever this is called in English. The one that grows the white ball, big white ball. There's not too many here, but there's some. That's new for this year. This I haven't had it before. And strawberries for midsummer. Maybe. There is strawberries coming here. Maybe strawberries for midsummer. It's always pretty close there if they have time to develop by midsummer, but there's a lot of flowers here. There might be a lot of strawberries, like there's tons of flowers here actually. Each flower should produce a berry, so now there's some pollinators also here. Some good things happening. But yeah, let's look in this field. Here it rained 8 millimeters. Let's see what it looks here. I'm sure it's not wet through and through here. Let's dig down here, for example. You can see it's wet. Oh, it's actually pretty good here. It's wet all the way to there, and there it's like slightly. It's darker, but it's not like dry. It's actually not looking that bad. When I dug down here, it was like 4 centimeters. There was no like clear dry layer.
No.
It's like drier, but yeah, it might. For sure, if we get a little more rain tomorrow, it's gonna help. Like this is, it went pretty far down actually. The 8 millimeters. You can see there. It's like 5. It's down to the. Like,
pretty good, yeah.
It will help this. It will help this recover from the weeding for sure. Yeah, a little bit more rain might actually be better than expected. The thing is that it's not 30 degrees every day. It makes huge difference if it's like now it's 20 maybe instead of 30 degrees. It's huge difference. No, huge difference. Is this like a lucerne plant? I think it's a lucerne plant. That's fine here also. It might be, or maybe it's like a weed. I think it's lucerne, or the whatever it's called, grass plant that survived. But yeah, it's actually the alfalfa. The 8 millimeters. It went actually down pretty far, like 10 more, and it's perfect. It's the roots are maybe in the drier stuff still, slightly drier stuff, but it's good. It doesn't have time to maybe dry today, and then on Tuesday I think there was more rain. Really hoping for more rain still. Then it would be very good. Very, very good. Yeah, it's here you can see where it's really the dry stuff. There's like drier things underneath. It only wet like the surface of the dirt, and the roots are like deeper. But yeah, any rain is good. Even though the really small rains don't really help the crop at all, but as long as it stays this cool and we get more rain, then it kind of adds up. Could have been worse. There could have been absolutely no rain so far. Then there would be nothing here, but there's still some stuff.
But the temperature, yeah.
Temp is very good.
It's just kept the moisture like pretty good still.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't like rain that much.
Probably pretty like average rain so far, maybe average minus so far for rain. In May we got what, 35 mil total for the month, so that's almost average. I think maybe slightly under average, but not too much under average. They're flowering now also. But yeah, it's good. Here we see spruce is growing, and again, if you want salty grass, you can eat this now when it's very new.
Yeah, this you can taste. It's like
You can eat the spruce. Tastes like salty grass or salty. Yeah, like some sort of salty lettuce or something. The taste. But only eat when it's very fresh. This just came out in the last week, like these buds.
some really like
Salty
sour,
grass.
Sour, salty.
Mm.
Like some
But yeah, all the trees, you can see that
lemon juice.
the trees are growing very much. It's pretty much in 1 month of the whole year where almost all the growth happens. It's like 1 month, 2 months of the whole year. That's where the growth happens. At least lengthwise. Then the roots grow like later in the fall. But right now, this month, a little bit last month, that's where all the growth happens. Kind of tasty. Salty grass perks you up if you're like, if it's like hot weather, it actually doesn't taste that bad.
Like
Some salty grass. What?
this get more like brown needles and more these like small. Seems like
It's later. It's later. This
Yeah.
one will look like this in 1 week. This one is earlier.
yeah.
There's always
This is
difference.
started, like flavor, yeah.
Yep.
This is already like grown out.
Yeah, it was really cold. A few days last winter was like over -30, and even some of the normal spruce, you can see it took some damage. Like there was some other tree there where there was a bunch of like brown needles. So that's why some of these might be later than others. They might react a little bit different to the really cold weather. Spruce should be fine with cold weather, but I guess these are technically genes for this spruce is from Estonia, so it's a little bit south from here, so that's why they might take more damage than the spruce that's from here, like genetically speaking. But yeah, they're growing. Hedgerow is growing. I'll see if I want to cut it this year. Maybe don't need to cut it even this year. But every second year you want to cut it because we want this to be like maybe this high or something. Don't grow all the way. Because there's a power line straight above, so you can't even let they will cut the power line guys will cut it away if you. Yeah. But every second year you can cut this off, cut the sides, cut the top off, then it stays nice and. Yeah, so those get hidden. Probably don't need to cut this year. Next year again can cut. You can see here we cut last year a little bit. Get it to be more like a bush, less like a tree. But yeah, it's good. That's probably good for today. Just did a little bit here. It's Sunday, so get the lawn mowed. Then next week we'll start pushing this thing inside. That's the big deal to put that in the basement next year. Gonna have to invent something to get it inside.
Next project. Forward probably easiest.
But yeah, thanks for watching today. Have a good rest of the weekend, and we will see you guys next week.
Great dawn bread, coffee in a jar, frost on the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still stops on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fire. 645 by the front of the line. tractors in the pine. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 holes through the low wet ground. 399 holes as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 6455, the front of the line. Red tractors in the pines. Oh, yeah. Forest at our shoulders, fields at our feet. 4 old friends and a lifetime of weed. Red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the valley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 6455, the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine.